Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damien Farr, and tonight we are talking about Friday the 13th. I think this might be one of my favorite cards yet. So, if you can't tell, it's Jason's mask, and actually in his eyes are the logo. This one took a little bit of time. I was like, I gotta incorporate my logo somehow. How do I do that? Oh, let's just put it in the eyes. That looks and sounds cool. So, if you don't know me, I really like the Friday the 13th movies here. So, I haven't really talked about them ever on the show, so I thought now was the perfect time with it being Friday the 13th in September. My birth year, the year that the show started, 4 years ago now, actually, about. I just thought this would be the perfect time to talk about Friday the 13th, where I'm a huge fan of it. This and Nightmare on Elm Street, just the ideas of how it's horror comedy. I like that, personally. I just think it's hilarious. So, I want to preface this off here. I do like these movies a lot. Some of them more than others. So, I'm going to do part 1, 2, and 3 tonight on the Far Off Show. Eventually, next Friday the 13th, which is in December, I'm going to talk about Jason X and the remake. Why not any of the other ones? Well, to be honest, I like the series, but I haven't seen them. I've been slowly trying to catch up on seeing them all. So slowly but surely I'll get to those. But we'll talk about Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, and then the remake, because I think that's the best way to go about it. And then in March of 2020, which is really weird to say off the top of my head, March of 2020, we're going to talk about the 2 games and how I almost wanted to be in one of the games. When I say 2 games, you'll figure it out when that video comes. So, let's talk about Friday the 13th, the first one here, where Jason isn't the killer. I mean, that's really all there is to say. He's not the killer. He's just a boy who drowned. He doesn't exist until, spoiler alert, the last scene. So, really, Mrs. Voorhees just wants to kill all these camp counselors because they're, in a way, desecrating on her son's grave. He died there. It's where he rests. And now they're kind of being like, yeah, we're going to open up the camp again, which is a terrible thing in my mind. Why would you open up a camp when some kid died there? I get that they want to make money, but it seems like it was too soon. So I give her the benefit of the doubt here in murdering all these people. So I give it an FA just because it's different, but it's good at the same time. So let's talk about Friday the 13th Part 2, which this one I'd give an F. So if you haven't noticed, I've really actually stepped back with my reviewing. I haven't done it in a while, so I thought now is the time to start doing them with these. And I'm going to get back into it because I feel it's the right thing to do. I like giving a numbered increment type of a thing. So sooner or later, we're going to talk about the reviewing system and how it is and what it means exactly. So if you haven't watched any of these, you'll figure out exactly what it means. It means 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 star, easy. Just letters instead of stars. I mean, it's pretty easy, but we'll talk about it eventually. Where this one I'd give an F. Personally, it's good, but it's not that great. Like, there's a lot to be desired here, where I've got to awkwardly itch my eye here. For some reason, there's a fly flying here too. Let's just keep that in too. So, really, I'm thinking, this is an okay movie. I like the Baghead Jason, or as I like to call him, the Elephant Man, because I watched a documentary and he looks kind of like the Elephant Man, where he'd wear like a bag with a hole on it, which I think's funny. It's all hell, personally. So really, it's not that great, but it's an okay movie. Friday the 13th Part 3. This is the one in 3D. I own it on Blu-ray. I own all 3 of these on Blu-ray, actually. Where it came with cardboard 3D glasses that looked like Jason's mask. So a part of me really wanted the card a little bit to be his little, eye holes being 3D glasses, like red and blue, which would have been funny. Which I think they should have marketed for this movie. If they want to redo the 3D movie, I would love to do it, with the red and blue 3D glasses, which kids wouldn't understand these days even. But I think this is one of the best Friday the 13th movies, best one I've seen so far. So, really, what makes it great? Well, Jason gets his mask, for one. The kills are some really weird kills, too. Like, I was like, dang, these are good. I feel like a terrible person saying these people getting killed is good. But I think it's a good movie. Definitely worth a watch. So, what is your favorite Friday the 13th movie? Tell me in the comments below. if it's not from these three, that's okay. Tell me anyway. I'm really excited to see who's, you know, which one comes out on top here. I'm thinking the best way to do this, though, is, like I said, I'm breaking this up into a couple episodes. So please, watch the next one in December where I talk about Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, and then the remake. So please, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.